All right, this is Obaid on behalf of American Income Life, and in this video, we'll be filling in our alcohol use questionnaire. Okay, now before we go ahead and fill in this questionnaire, let's talk about alcohol use or abuse. Okay, so when it comes to alcohol use, okay, we're mainly talking about abuse of alcohol. Okay, so alcohol abuse has to do with um, consumption of more than 2 drinks per day, for example, on average for men and more than 1 drink per day on average for women, okay, as per Wikipedia. Okay. Globally, alcohol consumption is a seventh leading risk factor, okay, both for death as well as for injury. It represents about 5.1% of total global burden of disease and injury. Okay. Um, okay. So these are some stats from WHO. Okay. Alcohol, okay, causes about 2.6 million deaths. Okay, or caused about 2.6 million deaths in 2019. Out of this, 1.6 million deaths were from non-communicable disease. Okay, 700,000 deaths from injuries and 300,000 deaths from disease. Okay, now, alcohol abuse may also lead to traffic accidents, okay, road accidents, so to speak. Okay, approximately 1.19 million people die each year because of road traffic crashes. Okay, and more than half of these deaths are between road users like pedestrians, cyclists, and motorcyclists. Okay, these accidents they cause about 3% um, of a country's GDP, so to speak. Okay, gross domestic product. Okay, and you have some stats from Stats Canada. Okay, so alcohol consumption, mostly abuse, led to 15,000 preventable deaths, 90,000 preventable hospital admissions, and 245,000 potential years of life lost. Okay. Collective impact of alcohol use, okay, was estimated at 14.6 billion in healthcare, crime, and lost productivity. Okay. Okay. Impaired driving is a major concern in Canada as well. Okay. This is one of the leading criminal causes of death in Canada. Okay. It killed as many as 155 people in 2019. Okay. And injured about 540. Okay. By comparison, other criminal offenses causing death, excluding homicide, resulted in the deaths of 108 people in 2019. Okay. All right. Now, apart from that, alcohol abuse as well as impaired driving is also a major concern for our Canadian taxpayers. Okay. A 2013 study estimated that the total social costs associated with impaired driving were about $20.6 billion. Okay. So, alcohol abuse may also lead to gridlocks when it comes to traffic accidents. So, because of traffic accidents, you often see gridlocks on the roads, on the highways. And these gridlocks, they cost the major cities like Toronto, as well as the Hamilton area, about 3.3 billion a year. Okay. Business related costs include freight movements, okay, adverse effects on the labor market, okay, and allocation of resources. And these expenses were 2.7 billion per year in terms of reduced GDP. All right. So let's go ahead and fill in the questionnaire for alcohol use. Okay, and again, this questionnaire is for the insurance company to underwrite your premiums as well as your coverage. Okay, so depending on whether you use alcohol or abuse alcohol, it will impact the risk, and the risk factor will decide as to how much you will pay in premiums and how much coverage you will receive from the insurance company. All right, so let's go ahead and fill in the questionnaire for alcohol use, starting with the insured's name. So, the name of the insured, okay, you want to make sure the name of the insured is your first and last name, okay, as it shows, okay, on your driver's license or any government piece of photo ID, okay. So, let's say the first name that shows up on your government piece of photo ID is XYZ, okay, YZZ. All right, so that's the first and last name. Should you have a middle name, you'll need to type in your middle name as well. Okay, the application number. Okay, this will be the application number for the application that you send to your insurance company for your base policy or a separate policy for which you're filling in this questionnaire. Okay, so let's say this is the application number. Okay, and the first question is, have you ever been charged with driving while intoxicated or impaired? Okay, so when it comes to driving while intoxicated or impaired, okay, this is for the life insured. Okay, was the life insured charged? Did the life insured get a ticket from the police, from the traffic police, okay, for driving while intoxicated or impaired? Okay, so over here, okay, you will say yes if you were charged. All right. Okay, and if yes, how many? Okay, this refers to how many drinks. Okay, so let's say, okay, 2 drinks. All right. Okay, your driver's license number. Make sure this number is your driver's license number. Okay, on your driver's license. So this is an example of your driver's license number. If you're in Ontario, okay. So let's say this number is okay. PO 795 75318. Okay, 9102 and whatever the last digit is. Okay, date of arrest. So when were you arrested? Okay, so let's say you were arrested, okay, on the 24th of October 2020, well, let's say 2013. Okay. Do you currently drink? Okay. So depending on whether or not you currently drink, you'll answer yes or no. Okay, if no longer drinking, date of last drink. So let's say this was, okay, sometime in December, let's say 12th December, okay, 2023. All right. All right. And when it comes to drinks, the insurance company may order MIB or inspection reports. Okay, and if you did go to a clinic or to your doctor, if you did have your medical checkup done, it may show up on your blood test as well as your urine test. Okay. All right. Okay, when it comes to your blood test, this is your blood alcohol concentration test, BAC. Okay, and urine test can figure out whether you consumed alcohol within the last 24 hours. Okay. So this is what the blood and urine test reports look like. Okay. All right. So do or did you drink? Almost daily, 1 to 2 times a week, 1 to 2 times a month, so on and so forth. Okay. So over here you will type in okay, less often than about. All right. Approximately how many drinks in one day? Okay. So in general, okay, less than 1. Okay. Have you ever, A, received treatment for alcohol use, and B, been a member of AA? Okay. So when it comes to treatment, we're talking about support groups. Okay. We're talking about support groups relevant to addiction. Okay. Such as CAMH. Okay. The ones offered by CAMH. Okay. So you also have other services Canada-wide, okay, such as drug rehab services, okay, Alcoholics Anonymous or AA, okay, smart recovery, so on and so forth. Okay, so did you receive treatment for alcohol use? Suppose you receive treatment for alcohol use, you will say yes. Being a member of AA, this is Alcoholics Anonymous. Okay, and again, this is an organization for people who want to stop drinking and stay sober. Okay, so let's say yes in this case. Okay, date or dates of treatment. Okay, so when it comes to dates of treatment, okay, your insurance company may verify this information via inspection reports. Okay, so let's say this was after the accident, let's say 20th of February 2014. Okay, till 20th of February 2015. Okay, facility where treated. So let's say CAMH. Okay. All right. And over here you will type in the address. Okay, if there need be. Okay, so let's say 123 Support Services Drive. Okay, 1 Ontario. L4L, 4V, whatever the last digit is. Okay, next you have confinement. Okay, was it inpatient or outpatient? Okay, so when it comes to confinement, okay, basically hospital confinement has to do with inpatient confinement. Okay, so when you're on a hospital bed, okay, inside the facility, and you're being treated, this is basically inpatient. Okay, outpatient could be defined as hospital or medical facility care that you receive without being admitted, or for a stay of less than 24 hours, even if it occurs overnight. Okay, so what conditions or treatments require inpatient care? Major surgeries, severe infections, heart attacks, okay, diabetes, chemotherapy, mental health crisis, fractures, so on and so forth. These are all examples of treatments that require inpatient care. Okay, outpatient, you have emergency or observation services, lab test, okay, x-rays, medical supplies, so on and so forth. Okay, so that's basically outpatient. Okay, so let's say this is inpatient care. Okay, if so, for how long? Okay, let's say 2 weeks. Okay, so this could be as a result of an accident or illness, okay, from alcoholism or alcohol abuse. Okay, so let's say you were in the hospital for about 2 weeks. Okay, so if yes to A or B, was this voluntary or court ordered? So this has to do with A or B over here. So if you did get treated for alcohol use, was it voluntary or was it ordered by the court? Okay, if you were a member of Alcohol Anonymous or Alcoholics Anonymous, was it voluntary or was it court ordered? Ordered by the court. Okay, so in here you will type in voluntary, or you will put a cross mark right beside voluntary. Okay, so when it comes to court order rehab, okay, this is when an individual is accused of illegal actions, okay, and the judge basically delivers a verdict where the individual is supposed to be in a rehab treatment program, okay, as part of the ruling, as part of the verdict, okay. Okay, so basically for individuals with a SUD who may experience legal troubles, prison alone, okay, your prison doesn't address the addiction by itself, okay, which may be the root of most of their problems. Okay, so if a crime was committed and if the root of that crime was because this person was intoxicated, and then the court might go ahead and deliver a verdict where this person, this individual, okay, might need to go under rehab treatment for a certain amount of time.
Okay. Okay. Now, apart from that, okay, another reason why you might want to research about this is because of hospitalization benefit. Okay, so when it comes to hospitalization benefit, this is another reason why the insurance company collects information relevant to alcohol use. Okay, okay, you do have basic disability income protection insurance. Okay, that covers you while you're disabled. It covers your income. Okay, and this has to do with disability because of an accident or sickness relevant to alcohol abuse. Okay, apart from that, you also have the first day hospitalization rider. Okay, so let's say, for example, you were injured, or if you ended up in the hospital because of a disability, because of a sickness from alcoholism or alcohol abuse. Okay, you might want to consider your hospitalization rider, which covers you during the waiting period, okay, before you receive your disability benefits, okay, starting the first day of hospitalization. Okay, apart from hospitalization, you also have the hospital indemnity rider, which gives you a daily benefit, usually between $50 and $250 a day. Okay, and this covers expenses like, well, anything relevant to hospitalization. All right. Apart from that, you also have the enhanced medical and hospital care, which covers professional or semi-professional medical and related services, which is not covered by your provincial healthcare plan, such as your OHIP card, if you're in Ontario. Okay, and that is another reason for filling in this questionnaire. Okay, this questionnaire basically allows the insurance company, okay, to work out the risk that is involved in insuring you as a life insured. It also allows the agent, the life agent, to offer you options that you might have if you abuse alcohol, if you use alcohol on a daily basis. Okay, when it comes to the kind of coverage you can get from the insurance company. All right. So, do you currently attend AA meetings? This has to do with Alcoholics Anonymous. Okay, so let's say in this case, this is yes. Okay, why did you have a treatment or join AA? Okay, what is the reason behind it? Okay, so this could be voluntary, it could be ordered by the court. Okay, it could be because you were motivated by some of the services offered by the group itself. Okay, it could be because your calls for help were answered the last time you went to those meetings. Okay, okay, it could be because of the literature was, well, it could be because, you know, certain kind of literature that was given to you to help you treat your addiction, so to speak. All right. Okay. The next question has to do with, okay, street drugs and abuse prescription drugs. All right. So before we move ahead or move on to the next question, let's type in the motivation behind joining AA. So let's say, okay, it was mostly voluntary. Okay. Um, Based on recommendation provided by another member. Okay, so somebody else recommended this group to you. Okay, based on the success rate, for example. Okay, if it did work out for them. Okay, you went ahead and tried out the same treatment. Okay, so have you ever used street drugs or abused prescription drugs? So when it comes to illegal substances or street drugs, you have things like GHB, cocaine, crack, so on and so forth. Okay. When it comes to abused prescription or OTC drugs, you have sleep medicines or medication that help you sleep. Okay, and this may be abused by some people, okay, leading to abuse of prescription drugs. All right. So this covers sedatives, okay, and some of the other medications as listed over here. All right. So apart from that, you will need to sign on this application, on this form, on this questionnaire, and this will be the signature of the life insured. So let's say, okay, you're the life insured and you fill in the application yourself without anybody's help. You will need to sign your signature over here. You need to type in the date when you fill in this application and sign it. So let's say this is, okay, 24th of October, 2024. Okay. And just before you hand over this questionnaire to your agent, you want to proofread the questionnaire. Make sure you've gone through each and every line, each and every question. Let's say, for example, in this case, have you ever used street drugs? Okay. That would be no. Okay, agent's signature. This would be signed by the life agent, okay, who represents the insurance company. So once the agent is done proofreading the questionnaire, he or she will need to sign this questionnaire. All right. So this is basically how you fill in your alcohol use questionnaire. On behalf of American Income Life, this is Obey. Have yourself a great day.